Honestly, I didn't involve myself much in our finances. Jay took care of them. So I knew we were in debt. I just didn't know much. But when I found out, I was definitely anxious about our future.
I was trying to protect her in a sense, from the numbers, but I also was trying to protect myself because, to be honest, there was a long stretch I didn't even know the total number. I knew we had enough to pay the minimum payments on all the loans. We had car loans, we had student loans from helping the kids through college. We had hospital bills. We had stretches at our previous church that we weren't getting paid, and that probably added to credit cards, which of course we had as well. And then of course the student loans we didn't have to pay back, so I didn't look at those balances. So, but the position, to answer the question, the position we were in when we started Financial Peace, it was a horrifying total. I looked and I had no idea, but the total was a debt of $144,000.
Well, I hated the word budget. I felt like budget was going to mean we couldn't do anything. And I also didn't have a good view on what debt really meant. I just took it to mean it was the American way of living. That's what everybody did, was go into debt.
Yeah, I definitely didn't take debt nearly seriously enough. I didn't understand the weight of it. It caused me to have a very short-term view of finances. Can I get through this month? Can I get through this month? If I get through the month making minimum payments, it was a successful month. And if I was looking ahead and I couldn't, then maybe a little bit of stress entered in. I always trusted God. When you ask about my view of finances, I always tithed. I was always tithing. So I always trusted God, I always tithed, but I didn't take enough responsibility for the rest of my finances beyond tithing. I never would sacrifice tithing. Now I've got a totally different approach, but then it was sort of like, okay, I'm going to tithe, trust God with the rest. And there's so much more to it than that.
Well, we are totally debt-free besides our mortgage. And we've been able to, the last couple of years, go on vacation paying for it totally in cash.
Yeah, it's been amazing. That $144,000 I talk about is see ya, which is awesome. And now we're attacking the mortgage. Right now we're on schedule to have it paid off from the time we got it until it's knocked out at 7 years. And when you think a lot of people take out 30-year mortgages and take 30 years to pay off their house, ours is going to be paid off, if by current pace, God willing, in 7 years. And so it's been an unbelievable thing. God has blessed along the way. He'll always do his part if we just continue to do ours, one step at a time. And that's what we're trying to do, one step at a time. First of all, it was a budget. We had to just get control, and we took a look at everything we spent. And when you really look at everything you spend and you track it, you find things, you give yourself a raise. Because there's things in there you can just knock out. I don't need this app, I don't need this, why do I need 3 streaming services? It doesn't even make sense. So we cut out all those things that we just didn't need. And then we started making different choices. And so we're gonna do this, we're gonna change this. And that just gave us a raise right there, money we could put towards debt. And then we realized, if we're gonna do this and be serious about it, we need a bigger shovel, as Dave says, more money coming in. And so I've been door dashing for the last several years since we started this. I just got a report, in fact, that over the last 3 or 4 years, I've made $36,000 door dashing. And every dime of that went to either paying off the house or paying off debt in the early years until that was gone, then now paying off the house early or retirement. And so all of that has been done for that, but we've worked really hard, try to make good decisions. And when you work that hard, when I work and I'm really excited about putting in 3 hours or 4 hours in a night and making like $55, that next thing you want to buy, suddenly it takes on different significance, because it isn't just, oh, that's $55, who cares? That's a night of door dashing. That's a lot of doors I'm putting food at. And so it added to me, it added the importance of $1 to me. And it's just been invaluable.
Well, I learned that budget isn't a bad word. It's actually freedom to be able to pay for things when you can afford them and not have to worry about making payments after the vacation's over with already.
I thought, here we are, I'm old, you know, I don't have that much time left anyway. I've got so much debt, but I learned it is never too late. I also learned there's never a debt so large that you can't overcome it, and it's always worth it. I also learned that you can undo decades of mistakes with a few years of diligence. God is so good, and He will join you on the ride. He'll lead the way. He provides in ways you can't even believe when you start doing things His way. And I'm telling you, it is never too late.
Because it gives you peace.
It really does. It's not just a title.
Right.
It's not just a title. It really is what it does for you. Plus, my son is teaching it, so you know it's going to be good. You know. But anyways, I think that the biggest thing I can say is it's life change. Mm-hmm. It really is life change. It injects hope. If you don't have hope in your finances, then this will inject hope. And even if you think it's too late for me, or it's too much, or I'll never do this, yes, you can. And it's also for so much more. We're talking a lot about debt because that was our situation. But that's only the first 2 steps out of the 7 steps. The rest are all about what to do with your money wisely to build wealth after you're out of debt. And that's incredible. And it has produced literally millions of millionaires. And so to know you're on that plan, to know you're on the right track, to know you're making good decisions, to know you're receiving great counsel, it does bring peace beyond measure. I'd recommend anybody who's not taking it